Hey everyone, and welcome to Duff's Enchanted Podcast. I just wanted to say thank you for watching and being here, for listening and supporting my journey. If you really enjoy what you hear and what I'm promoting here, please, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs it too, because I'm going to be sharing you important information from these books. Because this podcast is more than just a book review; it's personal. I've been carried by professional my entire life, and just recently I had to step back due to stress. Now I've turned to YouTube and social media, not just as a creative outlet, but in a way to build something meaningful. Excuse me. Maybe even something to help me into retirement. But most importantly, this is my way of helping people like me. About 15 years ago, I lost my family to a religious group because I didn't share their beliefs. It just tore me apart. And since then, relationships have been hard. They don't seem to stick. So now I'm on a journey not just to heal, but to grow, to get stronger and to understand how to truly connect again, especially with somebody special in my life. So in this space, I'll be sharing books that helped me, reviewing self-help relationship books, and showing you exactly what's worth your time. I'm also working on writing my own books, mainly my life story, so you'll get a front row seat on that journey too. So this is a podcast for anyone who's been hurt, been lost, and still believes there's something better ahead. You're not alone, and I'm glad you're here. You know what? Let's just dive in. So this book here, When Things Fall Apart, it had an impact on me, especially during the messy, confusing, painful parts of my life. When Things Fall Apart, it's hard advice for difficult times, written by Pema Chödrön. Chödrön? Not sure how to say that. But now, this isn't your typical self-help book. It is not here to give you 5 quick tips to fix your life or promise instant happiness, but instead it offers something way more powerful. A gentle, honest guide for walking through pain instead of running from it. Pema Chödrön is a Buddhist nun and a teacher, and in this book, she shares her wisdom with such kindness and vulnerability and clarity that honestly it feels like she's sitting beside you as a friend. Someone who's been through the fire and isn't calmly helping you breathe through your own. One of the first lines that really hit me in this book was this one. Only to the extent that we expose ourselves over and over to annihilation can that which is indestructible be found in us. Man, that's deep. What she's saying there is that by facing our hardest moments, not avoiding them, we actually discover the strongest, most unshakable parts of ourselves. Throughout the book, she dives into Buddhist concepts like impertinence and mindfulness and something called Shenpa. Not sure if I said that right, which is basically the emotional hook that pulls us into reactivity. And she teaches you without judgment how to notice when that happens and how to let it go. She writes, give me a second here, nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. And if you've ever been stuck in a cycle of grief and anxiety, bad relationships, self-doubt, you know how true that is. Until we're willing to look at our pain in the eye and ask what it is that it's trying to teach us. It just keeps resurfacing over and over again. This book is personal, not in preachy. Pemna even shares in her own struggles times that she's felt heartbroken, angry, or overwhelmed. And I found that really comforting because sometimes when things fall apart, that's what we need most, is not someone to fix it, but someone who says, I get it. I've been there too. Another line that stuck with me was, give me a second here, the most difficult times for many of us are the ones we give ourselves. And isn't that the truth? How often do we pile judgment on guilt or fear on top of already painful moment? This book helps you stop that cycle. It teaches you to soften, to breathe, to stay with discomfort, not because it's fun, but because that's how healing begins. She writes, give me a second. To stay with that shakiness, to stay with a broken heart, with a rumbling stomach, with a feeling of hopelessness, that is the path of true awakening. It is not about being strong all the time. It's about being real. So if you were going through something right now, whether it's grief, a breakup, anxiety, or even just that stuck feeling, I really recommend this book. Not because it'll fix everything, but because it will help you. It'll help you make peace with where you are and start building strength from the inside out. When we resist change, it's called suffering. But when we can completely let go and not struggle against it, that is what is called enlightenment. Give me a second here. That's one of the final big lessons in the book. Letting go isn't weakness, it's power. It's trusting. That falling part is not the end. Sometimes it's just the beginning of becoming more whole than we ever imagined. So yeah, when things fall apart, it's not just a book I read. It's a book I return to, and I'll pull out the shelf and read once in a while. If this book really speaks to you, I really encourage you to pick it up. Read it slowly. Sit with it. Let it meet you where you are, and let me know what part of the book spoke to you the most. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for being here. Be gentle with yourself, and we'll talk again soon. All right? Have yourself a nice evening. Stay positive.